reason for your existence can only be found in God. Before I formed you, I knew you. Before you came out of the womb of your mama, I ordained you a prophet unto the nations. Huh? But you see, there is nobody that can say that kind of thing to God. Do you get it? Yes, because God is that being, the only one whose reason for existence is in himself. We call him the self-existent one. The only one who exists by the necessity of his nature. So that even if God say you are my best friend, whatever it is that God tells you, whatever you know of yourself, the point is that if you are ever going to be right, you will always have to look outside of yourself. If you need to know why you are here, you will need to look beyond yourself. You will need to look to the one that brought you into being. When a man hits God, there is no beyond God. That means that we can look up to God. There's nothing for God to look up to. Huh? If you have met God, you have come to the end of your search. The reason is because there is no beyond God. You know, in basic mathematics, they say parallel lines, they meet at infinity. Hello? Hello? It's a very interesting way to formulate the problem. Have you ever been to infinity? You can't make any inquiries there. So they located their meeting point in a place where you can make no inquiries. They say two parallel lines, they only meet at infinity. I'm saying that God is the infinite one. This is the one that exhausts reality. Hello? I'm saying that all of reality is a sub. That means that it's a category that is within the managerial scope of God. He's the one who sits over the cycle of reality. You are not. And there is nothing that you will ever do that will make you to become. The reason for your existence will always be in another. That other is God. And it is when you find him then that you truly find yourself. There is no such thing that can be said about the true God of heaven. So the next time somebody tells you, you are God, tell him to define God. Are you here? Because God is everything that you are not. The great I am. And you, my friend, you are the great I am not. I know now somebody say, why is this man trying to make me feel small? I'm not trying to make you feel small. You are small. I'm not trying to make you feel small. This is not about feeling. You are small. Have you not found out? You are small. This was why the fathers marveled. What is man that you are mindful of him? What is the Son of Man that you visit him? You know, the answer of eternity is that man is made with reference to God. In all of God's creation, man is the only being that God could become. The ones that the Bible properly called the sons of God, when they sinned, when they sinned, it was finalized, and their destinies were sealed in their sins. This one, called man, when he sinned, God became man. You know why? Because God has invested in you his image. That there is something of God that God has decided to imbue upon the human person. Let us make man in our image and after our likeness. This is where the dignity of man comes from. It is invested. And this is the reason why it is an affront and an insult to the spirit of grace when we come to church and stratify men. You know, when God was establishing the laws of the cosmos in Genesis chapter 9, God forbade murder. He said, you should not kill. And if any man kills, if any man sheds another man's blood, by man, his own blood will be shed. Why? Because it was in the image of God that God made man. To say that because God made man in his own image, a man has no right to kill another man simply because that other man was made in God's image. Even if the man is insane. If you see a madman on the road and knock him and say, of what economic value is it to Asaba? You will be in trouble with Yahweh. Yes. Because that man's value does not depend on the size of his pocket. Are you there? It does not depend on the volume of what is in his bank account. His value and his worth now follow come. Are you with me tonight? Are you with me tonight? So in the one sense, you feel very, 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 very infinitesimal, very insignificant. But then you have been invested with dignity by the God of creation. That's where the value of the human person comes from. Is that you were made in the image of God. Every day, you know, I don't have time. This Western civilization, like, fundamental human right. All men are born equal. How are we born equal? Outside of the image of God, no two people were born equal. Let's not lie to ourselves. What do you mean by all men are born equal? In what way are we all equal? Some people were born into affluence. Some people were born into poverty. Have you gone for missions before? Have you been to villages to do evangelism? If you have gone for proper missions, when you come back, sometimes you will have a guilty conscience for almost 1 month. Sir, what you use to recharge your phone in a month will sustain 3 missionary families in some village. Like, if they can be sure that they will get that amount to share for 3 families, they will not have problem on the mission field. The thing you spend for your phone in a month. Now, who did that man offend? You know, so this thing that we do sometimes, and then you are counting number, you are counting followers on social, is when we go to heaven. That's when we know the true value of every man's labor in God's sight. We are not all born equal. There are people in this country. That the village, the hamlet where they live, there is no pathway for a vehicle with 4 tires to come. And I've been there. Who did they offend to have been born there? How are we equal? We are not equal. No. The only thing that places us on equal ground is that you and I are both bearers of the image of God. That was how the Bible itself structured it. To say the reason you cannot violate a man is because it was in the image of God that God made him. So when the Western world is trying to hold on to equality, and at the same time they are denying God, they don't understand is what they call cut flower ethics. Cut flower means that you have cut the branch. You've cut the branch on top of which you are sitting. The tree that is giving life to that branch, the branch has been disconnected from it. It's only a matter of time it will dry and wither. That's what is happening to Western civilization. They have forgotten their roots. And they think that the flower will continue to blossom forever, even though it's been disconnected from its ancient roots. And that ancient root is the civilization that is founded on the understanding that comes to us from the pages of Holy Scripture.